large data set. Large data set is said to be population. So we take the sample from this population, means if we have like thousands or hundreds of values, like if number of values are greater than or equal to 30, then we say it is population, and if it is less than 30, then we say sample. So if we have large number of values here, then we don't check, like we don't test by taking entire population. Obviously we have like it can be like thousands, millions, billions also. So we just test that sample. You can understand like if we have a bag of grain. Okay, then just a full spoon of grain, or a full bowl of grain. We can say that is sample of that full bag of grain. Full bag of grain, we say population, and that bowl of grain, we say sample. Either spoon or bowl, we say sample. Okay, so hypothesis testing means we test the properties. Like if mean of this entire population, just mean of this entire population, say mu. Then we will test mean of these samples, or we can compare with one sample or can compare with more. Okay, many. Then we will test by we will assume that mean of samples and as well as of population are same. We assume as null hypothesis, and we will calculate by using various tests. So in that case, you calculate a value by using like different tests, like by using t test, z test, and f test, whatever you have in your syllabus. Then we will compare with tabulated value. They'll give you table. Then in table you will compare. If calculated value is less than tabulated, then we accept our null hypothesis. Null hypothesis, we assume mean of sample and population are equal. Okay. So this in this way we test. Okay. So as we have discussed, so null hypothesis, what is this? Let us list. The null hypothesis is a statistical, maybe some, I'll explain you, okay? Statistical hypothesis. Hypothesis means assumption. We assume any condition that this is like fine, or this is correct, or this condition is true, like this. Okay. So hypothesis means assumption. We assume any condition that states there is no significance. Significant difference. I'll explain you what it means. between population and between population parameter. I'll explain you this, okay? First I'm writing hypothesized value and its value estimated from a sample. Its value estimated from the sample. See, like null hypothesis is a statistical hypothesis that state that there is no significant difference between population parameters. Usually we take population parameter mean, mu, and its value estimated from the sample. If we calculate mean like mu or uh, mu1, or for sample we can take this x bar also. So we take mu is equal to x bar. In null hypothesis, we use this H0 to represent null hypothesis. And for alternative hypothesis, we use this HE. Or for sample, instead of X bar, we can use like mu1. Okay. Or if we have more samples, then they can give you like more than one sample. Then we can take mean of first sample and mu1, mean of second sample, and mean of we can have more is equal to mean of populations. And this is alternative hypothesis, H means suffix safe. And here any one value must be different. Okay, any one value must be different from this population mean. So we can take this M1 not equal to M2 equal to M3 up to is equal to M, sorry, mu1, mu2, mu3 and mu. Mu is population mean, and this mu1, mu2, mu3, and here also they are sample mean of different sample of the same population. Okay. Why it is? Because we are testing samples of the same population. What it mean? Like if we talk about, we have taken an example of bag of grain. So that quality represent grain in bags. Same quality will be represent by bowl of grain, spoon of grain. Okay, like grain in spoon, grain in bowl, because that belongs to that bag itself, right? Because we have taken from the same, like if we have sample, this first sample, this is second sample, we have more. So obviously we have taken samples from here. So obviously that property which show this population, similarly they'll show the same property. Okay. Similarly here, null hypothesis we take, there is no significant difference between populations parameter. Parameter means we are taking mean as a parameter, and hypothesized value and it's estimated from the sample. And null alternative hypothesis, Let us know. Because we got null hypothesis, now alternative hypothesis. We have discussed here just opposite of null hypothesis is alternative hypothesis. So alternative hypothesis, just few seconds. So alternative hypothesis defines there is a relation between two variables. And where null hypothesis states that there is no statistical relation between two variables. Means alternative hypothesis is just opposite of null hypothesis. Now let us learn various tests. I'm sending you difference between null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Just wait for a few seconds. I'm sending you. I have sent you now. Have we done confidence interval?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just few seconds. I'm just opening various tests. First of all, we will do t-test. T-test, and its another name is student t-test. Its formula is formula is uh, test statistical. T is equal to x bar minus mu, or we can take just difference, okay, not just minus. Like we take first which is greater, okay. So x bar my difference with the mu, and over SD standard deviation, or we can take sigma also. Remember sigma over square root of n. So let us consider null hypothesis. Let us do one example. This is formula, okay? You can say test statically, test status. And now let us do one example. We are taking null hypothesis that mu is equal to 40. An alternative hypothesis, we are taking mu sample mean is greater than 40, where x bar is equal to 44.9, mu is equal to 40, SD, the sigma is equal to 8.9, and n is equal to 15. And tabulated value is p value, or you can say tabulated value, or tabulated value. Is 0.026. Now let us use t test statistic. T is equal to x bar minus mu over sigma over square root of n. Mu is 44.9. Sorry, x bar is 44.9 minus mu is 40. Sigma is 8.9 and square root of 15. So we can multiply because below we have fraction, so we can multiply here square root of 15. Remember fraction rule. If we have like fraction in this form, we have here value and here fraction. Then denominator of this below function, this fraction will multiply with numerator of. Okay, so we can take it as. So just simplify. .9 divided by 8.9. Then we have 0.55 into square root of 15 is 3.87. So 0.55 into 3.87. So here we have 2.12 and which is greater than p value. So we reject null hypothesis. Means calculated value is greater than tabulated value. So we reject our null hypothesis. Meaning is that population mean is greater than 40 because null hypothesis just for population mean is equal to 40, but we reject it, okay, according to result. So we accept the null hypothesis, okay. So we can conclude. Calculated value is greater than tabulated value. Hence, we reject null hypothesis. You got?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. When is your exam?
Ma'am, it's in December.
Did you get date sheet? Because your voice is very slow. You can type here or on WhatsApp.
Ma'am, my paper will be in December.
Therefore, mu is greater than 40 because we accept our alternative hypothesis. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
When we reject an null hypothesis, then we accept this alternative hypothesis. Your voice is very slow, so can't hear you clearly. You can type or can type on WhatsApp or can type here in chat box. Okay. Yes, tell me. Okay, okay, okay. So you want to do only this paper or one more subject? Because if you want to do this only, then we have lots of time, then we will manage time accordingly, okay? Like we will not do many topics in a day, we do one by one. Okay, so that is why I'm asking. So you want to do this only? Okay, all right. So let us do in next session, next topic in next session, we will do Z test, okay? Because we mainly have like T test and Z test. And
Oh,
also we have, then we'll start the next unit in which we have first topic, chi-square test. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
all right.